Hey church!
Hey church!
Welcome back to our family study. We are still in Jesus' upper room discourse, and today in our introduction we are doing galletas, cookies. Jesus is trying to provide for his disciples joy and peace, or help them understand joy and peace, and for that he needs them to know 5 things. Now today for our galletas, we need 5 ingredients to make them, and Tommy is going to help us put it all together. So first ingredient we're going to put in the bowl is the muesli. Now you can pick up the bowl and tip it in. All inside. Missed a wee bit. Next ingredient, number 2. Okay, make sure all the chocolate's in there, yeah, very good idea. Number 2 is the meal. The flour. Yeah, don't break the glass. Put it all inside this time. Okay, mix it all up. Okay, let me help you. Very good. Third, we got our honey and butter mix. We're going to put that in. This time it needs to really all go in. Okay, you got it?
Yeah.
Way all in. Yeah, you hold it up and I'll put it in for you. No, hold it up. Hold it up. Okay, very good. You're going to mix that up.
Mix it.
Yeah, very good. Our 4th ingredient is an egg. Have you ever broken an egg before?
Huh?
Have you ever broken one of these? Okay, you break it and put it in. Now you have to hit it on the edge of the glass. Hit it harder than that. Whee! And in it goes. Good job, we're not eating these cookies. Wow, very good. Well, today we're on component number 3. I'll take that off you before you put it all in. Okay, now you need to mix it up. Maybe you might even need to use your hands.
What?
Use your hands. Mix it all up. It needs to be mixed up well. Today we're in component number 3 of Jesus' discourse. He's already talked to the disciples about how he is one with the Father, that they are part of a big plan of his in order to bring them into full fellowship, friendship with him forever. You haven't mixed it up well. Come, mix it all up. Today's component is a bit like our 5th component of our galletas. Hey, you put it everywhere. You need to get these back in. Our 5th component, which is in this jar, is air. So we have to put that in, yeah? Can you see air? Can you see? No. Do you know what's there? Is there air there, yeah? Can you feel it? Yes, you can feel it. Today's component is the Holy Spirit. He's someone you can't see, but he's there and he makes a big difference. Alright, we need to get these mixed, this well mixed up if we're going to eat these and put them in the oven. Okay, come, mix it up. Well, when we finish with this, we're going to go to our diagram and we'll see what is about the Holy Spirit and how he ensures that we have joy and peace. Mix it up. Come, put your hands in there and mix it up. Okay, today we are talking about 1, 2, 3, number 3, the Holy Spirit. What color are we using?
Red.
Yellow. Yellow. And here is our diagram for today.
Jesus.
Yes. Yes, so this is Jesus and his, how many friends did he have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10,
11. Yes, he had 11 disciples and many more others, but 11 principal disciples. Okay, so what's the thing? They are with Jesus and they love being with Jesus, yeah? But what did Jesus say? He's going away. So you want to, here, come over here. Where are you going? Don't you go away. Where are you going to put him? Where'd he go? Where's he going to go?
Here.
Is he going to go there? He's actually going to go back up to the Father. Okay? He's going away. No, come back over here. Come. So, but here's what he says. He's going to send somebody. Who's he going to send? He says to them, I'm not going to leave you as orphans. I will
Come to you.
He will come to them. And he's going to do that through this invisible guy called the Holy Spirit. Alright? I'm going to draw like big arms. Yeah, like this. So can you see the Spirit? No, but he's there, right? Okay, how did the disciples know that he was going to come? What happened on their heads? What did they get?
Fire.
They got a big fire, yeah. Yeah, they got the fire when the Holy Spirit came. And what is that? You're really energetic this afternoon. Okay, so you want to color in
Yeah.
all yellow. Where the Spirit is, it's their connection to Jesus. Jesus is with them when they have the Spirit. So you can color all these guys yellow. Some of the other things that now will happen when the Spirit comes, they're going to be able to do works like Jesus. He's going to allow them to write the Bible. People that don't know God are going to be able to come to God. Do you want me to color in? And finally, they're going to be able to pray directly to the Father because they're going to know the Father. So this is what it is to have, you see, I had to color in because you didn't. This is what it is to have the Spirit.
And this one?
Yeah, that's a nice. The people can see. Okay, well, when they have the Spirit, they're going to have Jesus, and to have Jesus is joy. Okay, that's it. It's time for the study notes section. This is the behind the scenes. I have my text with me. It's getting very colourful and very grubby. I hope you've been studying in parallel alongside me, and you've been noting your text and how you've decided to do it, highlighting all the areas that Jesus talks about the Holy Spirit. You'll find that, as I hope you've found, that it's mostly kind of halfway through 14 and the beginning of 16 is where he mentions the Holy Spirit the most, most directly anyway. Well, he refers to him in three, you'll notice he refers to him in three names, the Helper, the Holy Spirit, and the Spirit of Truth. But the biggest question is, I think, what does this guy do? What is this mysterious person who is separate than the Father and separate to Jesus? What does he do, and how does it lead us to joy and peace? And the text does give us lots of answers, right? It talks about how he's going to teach us all things, he's going to bring to remembrance, he's going to enable the disciples to, here's my Bible, to write the second half of this book. He's going to do a lot of stuff, but I believe the text tells us of one most central thing that the Holy Spirit is going to do. And you'll find that in chapter 14, from about verse 17, let's say verse 18 to 23. Here's Jesus talking about how he's going to come and be with his disciples, to manifest himself to his disciples in a special way. It's going to be in a way where the world's not going to see him. Only those who love him, only his disciples, in other words, are going to have that special manifestation. And this can't be talking about the end of the world, because every eye will see Jesus. So what is this? I believe it's the invisible, personal coming of the Holy Spirit. Kind of confirmation, you can see that at the end of verse 20, he says, I will be in you in those days. And he had previously said of the Holy Spirit, up there in verse 17 of the same chapter, how you know him, he dwells in you, or he dwells with you, and he will dwell in you. So there he talked about how the Holy Spirit will dwell in them. And here in verse 20 he says, I will be in them. And so that, I believe, is what the main ministry, the central ministry of the Holy Spirit is to make the presence of Jesus available to all the disciples. It's like those 12 guys walking around Judea and Galilee with Jesus. They got to have that at that time, in that space, because Jesus was in one physical body. But now through the Holy Spirit, Jesus is saying disciples all over the world can have their experience. It's like they were one of the 12, because the Holy Spirit will connect them to me. It will be like I'm walking with them. And that's an amazing, it's a big truth, but it's an amazing thing to start thinking about. We get the kind of same experience, we get that same connection with Jesus that those 12 guys had. Yeah, and all this other stuff that the Holy Spirit does then comes from that, because we have Jesus with them. Just like they were empowered to do ministry, we'll be empowered to do the ministry that Jesus calls us to do. And so yeah, that's why my diagram, my time with Tommy today, was to focus on that main central thing. Of course, to have Jesus with us, he is our joy and our peace. It helps us understand what Jesus is saying.
Because ultimately here you see that their worry was because Jesus was leaving them. They loved Jesus. It was together with Jesus what they wanted to be. And Jesus' big message to them in those last 2 weeks has been that I am God and I'm going to be with you forever. And here he's saying he's with them in another way even now. And so they're not really, he's saying he's going away, but he's not really going away. And that's, I think, a good image, just as I can conclude, to leave with us. Just think that we, like those 12 guys, get to have Jesus with us through the Holy Spirit.
Right, that's it from us, church, this week. Everything to do with the Spirit hopefully has become a little bit more clear, and his ministry that bit more precious to us. Tommy wants to show you that we've got the bookmarks printed out again. So hopefully in the next day or two we'll get these into your hand. That's it. But it's important that even though we can't meet physically, that we keep reading and studying and encouraging one another as we're growing or we're pursuing knowledge of God. These guys are getting fed up. I'd like to just encourage you next week ahead of the study, which has got all to do with part 4, which is the works that God has called us to do. Take your texts, highlight them in blue, everything to do with how lovers of God are called to honor Him by being obedient. Yes, that's a very important word for you, Tommy. Listen and obey. There's a good proof that it's not all about head knowledge. Anyway, see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.